Welcome back viewers of The Awakening Empire to Mountain of Love Chapter 18. As Izuku rushed back to camp with Koda over his shoulders, he ran into Aizawa. "Mr. Aizawa, I found Koda and defeated one of the villains," Izuku said. "Dear God Midoriya. You had just learned to control your quirk and now you've destroyed most of your body," Aizawa said. "I'm sorry but it was a desperate situation," Izuku said. "Well, head back to Mandalay and tell her I'm allowing all UA students to use their quirks," Aizawa said. Izuku rushed back to Mandalay. As he got closer he noticed a large group of villains surrounding Mandalay and Pixie Bomb. He ran to them. "Mandalay, Aizawa told me to tell you that we can use our quirks against the villains," Izuku said. Mandalay froze for a second but then trusted Izuku and relayed the message to everyone. Well, isn't this convenient, Mr. Target just showed up," Twice said. "Then take him," Dabi said coldly. "You should lighten up, Dabi," Toga said as she readied her knives. The villains got closer. Dabi then threw a massive flame at Mandalay but Izuku pushed her out of the way which resulted in him getting massive burns. "Is like a knight in shining armor, I wonder how much he bleeds," Toga said with a massive blush. "Just shut up and get it done," Dabi said. "Right on it, boss. Wait, I don't take orders from you." "Yeah, who made you king?" Twice said while switching personalities. Dabi separated Mandalay by surrounding Izuku in a ring of fire. Toga rushed in and swept him by the legs. As Izuku hit the ground, the pain from his fight with Muscular and his burns was making it hard even to move. Toga then got on top of his back so he couldn't move. "So this is who they want," Toga said. "Yeah, that's him," Dabi said. "Hey Kurogiri, we got him, bring us back," Dabi said into his earpiece. As he said that, a black abyss appeared and the villains walked into it while dragging Izuku along. Mandalay and Pixie Bomb tried to get him back but they were unable as Izuku was taken. As this happened, everyone in the League of Villains also walked into a portal that had appeared near them except for Mustard, Muscular and Moonfish, who had been taken out by the students. After an hour all students went back to the camp. "What's after happening?" Uraraka asked Aizawa. Aizawa cleared his throat. "Mandalay informed me that Midoriya has been taken by the League of Villains," Aizawa said. Everyone froze after hearing that. That's a joke, right?" Exclamation mark. Kaminari said. "Why would I joke at a time like this?" Aizawa said. Everyone was either shocked or scared to even think what to do. "That damn nerd might have lost in the sports festival but I've known him for a damn long ass time and I know for a fact he'd never give in to some wannabe lame ass villains," Bakugo said. The whole class nodded in agreement. Meanwhile at the League of Villains base, Izuku woke up strapped to a seat in a cold dark room. He tried to analyze the situation until Shigaraki opened the door. "Oh, Master, he's awake," Shigaraki exclaimed. All for one then walked in slowly. "What do you want?" Izuku said. "Oh no, this is not about what about I want, it's what I can give you," he said reaching out his hands. He then placed them on Izuku's head and Izuku started screaming in pain. "Master, what are you doing?" Shigaraki said. "It's a memory erasure quirk, I can see their past and erase it. It's remarkably painful from what I've heard," Afo stated. "Let's see here, oh my, you've got quite the history here," Afo said. "Born quirkless, removed. Father abandonment, removed. Trauma from childhood, removed. Abuse from your mother, removed. Betrayal from All Might, removed. A newfound relationship with you. No, please, anything but that." Izuku screamed while tears were streaming down his face. I'll do anything, please. The shackles he was tied to were on the verge of breaking. Removed. Izuku then collapsed. It seemed that was his most prized memory. Due to the loss of that, he appears to have passed out. Wiping the rest of his memories should be nothing, Afo said, resuming his mind erasure. But Master, I thought you wanted to kill him and All Might, Shigaraki said. Oh Tomura, you're not thinking big enough. What could be greater than the student killing his master? Meanwhile at Yu's apartment, Yu heard a knock on the door. As she opened it, she saw it was Detective Scouchy. Hello Detective, what is it? I've got some bad news regarding Midoriya, Detective Scouchy said. Oh. Did he push himself too hard again, end up in hospital? Yu said, not expecting anything serious. No, it's more serious than that. He was taken by the League of Villains, he said. Yu froze up. No, he couldn't have, she then noticed the detective's unchanged serious expression. I'm sorry, he said. Yu didn't even respond, she just shut the door and sat on the floor while leaning back on the door. I bet he put everyone else's safety before his own. That's so like him, he's so considerate, Yu said to herself with chuckling at her own impression of him. Her chuckling then stopped. Even though he's so considerate, he doesn't think of what I want. He risks his life but doesn't think of what I would do if he never came back, Yu said while tears started to streaming down her face. Flashback. I only need you, Yu. The thought of losing you is something I don't want to experience ever, Izuku said. Flashback over. What do I do now, Izuku? I can't do anything without you. You said that living without me would be too painful, but did you ever consider that it's the same for me? She said as tears were now streaming down her face faster than before. She placed her face into her knees. He's so reckless. But he's the reckless man I fell in love with, Yu said as she began to chuckle again, reminiscing about the time she had with Izuku. She then received a phone call. It was All Might. Yes. We've located the League's Villains bases, we need you for the rescue mission.